What's going on? You're tuned in to the 8 Ball Podcast. It's your host, and today I present to you a young man from Greensboro, Georgia. He was the first athlete at his high school to get a scholarship to play athletics. He recently was in a Marco Pizza commercial and is currently on his way to play overseas basketball. I present to you Kajarius.
So.
Alright, so how was your childhood like? What was it like growing up in Greensboro, Georgia?
My childhood was, I say it's pretty fun. Like, you know, it's the country, so like, ain't like the city where like you got like a whole bunch of stuff to do. So like, you gotta kind of like come up with like different stuff to do. So I really like fun childhood. I just played outside all the time, played basketball all the time.
How did you get into basketball?
Oh, at first I actually didn't like basketball at first. I really didn't like sports. I just like playing the game.
So you gained interest in basketball through the game?
Yeah, it was kind of sort of like that, cause like even though I didn't watch basketball like that, I still like play 2K. Still like after I play the game so much, it like I kind of want to try to be good at this like in real life. And then like I had tried to play basketball before in like 2nd, 3rd grade, but I just really wasn't good, so I just stopped playing. And then I'm being so serious, bro. I wasn't good.
So when you started taking it serious?
Probably like middle school.
Middle school?
Yeah, probably middle school. Yeah.
So what was it like during the recruiting process and starting as the college coach?
The recruiting process, that was like, that was kind of like tough. That's probably like one of the toughest times in my life. Like, probably the toughest time in my life, cause like already being like fight now, whatever you want to say.
Right.
Then also going to like a smaller school, and then like not getting the exposure everybody else got.
Right.
It'd be tough that like it'll be guys that I played or that I know I gave like 32 or something like that, and they'll get offered or they'll get offered like come on visits and stuff like that, but I didn't get nothing. And then like even in high school, I ain't even get like no like all regions, no all nothing. I ain't get no awards. So I ain't even get like my first offer for real until like April and May of like my senior year.
So after the season?
Yeah, after the season. And I had been doing workouts and everything. And yeah, that was just my first time getting offered, so I barely made it.
So what was it like being the first person from your high school to get a athletic scholarship? What was that like?
That was pretty cool because like this like I'm the first, so like can't nobody take that away from me.
Right.
But also it made me feel good to know that like I kind of set a standard because since I left, in every class you got kids getting something in golf, baseball, soccer, track, everything. But me being the first, I feel like I kind of kicked the door down. So.
What was it like going to, you went to Lake Oconee Academy, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like, how was school there? Like what was it like going to like, private school, right?
No, it was a public charter school.
Oh, okay.
But everybody be thinking it's private, but it was like totally different because like I had went to Greene County before.
Okay.
So like obviously like it's for people like our color.
Right.
And then when I went over there, like I went to school with Mexicans, Asians, Indian. I went like every different race. You know, like I all kind of like in one. So I kind of felt like not an outcast, but like it was kind of hard for me at first because I didn't really see a lot of people. Like I can count on my hand how many people I see like that look like this. So it was a little different at first. So.
When you signed to Bruton Parker College, how did you get in contact with them? How did they find out about you?
I actually think I can't remember if it was like it was before the season started. Their team actually came to like my high school, and it was like a coaching clinic or something like that. And you know, like when you do like coaching clinics and stuff, like college coaches will bring their team and then they like rep everything that they do. And so I had I forgot what I was doing in the summer, but I was there. I wasn't playing basketball, I was doing something. So then I seen like the team, and I was like, this ain't a high school team because everybody just looked too big to be a high school,
right.
like looked too big. So then I seen there was like an actual college team or whatever, and so I actually like got one of the players like number and stuff like that. And so then like after the end of like my senior year, when I seen like I really wasn't getting like my office number for real, I kind of like texted him. I was like, you know, can I get your coach's number and stuff like that. So then I called him, and it was one of the head coaches, it was the assistant coach. His name was like Steven Birchfield. So then I called him, and then sent like my film and stuff like that. We was texting, and then we set up a visit, and then it just worked like that.
So once you got to Brooklyn Parker College, what was it like playing basketball? How was it different from Georgia?
I would say like that's probably like the worst time of my life playing basketball, cause like the coach that actually recruited me, he got fired like right after I saw him. So like I'm on my way to class. No, I was on my way to like cafeteria or something, and then the coach that signed me at the time, he was the head coach, he called me crying. He was like, Kajarius, I ain't gonna be a coach no more. So then when the new coach came, he had called me, he was like he was like, you gonna play a lot, you know what I'm saying? You know how coaches like kinda like say during they like right. Play a lot of stuff like that.
So you could come.
You see, I was like 17, 18 at the time, so I didn't really know how none of that stuff worked. Like I didn't really know how that worked. So my whole mindset is like, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna go to league. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna be one and done. Like that's like my mindset. Then when I get there, like, bro, the oldest person on my team is like 27 years old, 26 years old. Yeah.
So everybody was old on the team?
Bro, everybody was old. I mean, it was still some young guys, but everybody was old. And I didn't really see too many of the people that my old coach had recruited. So like I had knew the kids I was coming in with. I didn't really know none of these dudes. And so it was just hard because I didn't really get to play. I didn't get no jersey. Like it was just tough. It made me like, that was probably like the first time like since I had started like really liking basketball. Like I didn't want to get out of bed. I tried to find an excuse to like be hurt or something like that, so I didn't have to practice because I was too embarrassed because I wasn't playing with like the main team. So it was like that.
So did that play a part to you transferring to a different college?
Oh yeah, because it was crazy because then that coach ended up leaving, so I was gonna have like 3 coaches in like 1 year, and I was like, ain't no way I'm gonna get better just staying here. And then like I felt like they didn't really have no plan for me. And then so I was just like, I got tired of like being in Georgia. I wanted to like go try something, go live in a different place. So.
Did you have a support system throughout this process? Like you switching from state to state, coach left?
Yeah, I always had a support system. I still have like my family and stuff, but like they can be there. But like as far as like the basketball part, like I was the only person in my family that didn't even went that far with athletics. So like even like going through like transfer portal and stuff like that, like all that stuff was like. All this stuff is kind of like new to me, and I had like a couple people like my trainer Brandon Johnson tried to help me, Willie Evans he tried to help me, but at the end of the day, like when you going through it, like it's kind of different when you really got no guidance. So even just going there, I remember I had a workout there, like I think it was like July 4th week or whatever. I went out there and stuff, and then I said I was gonna go to the school. I committed to go there, and then like I had to drive 10 hours drive out there. And so then, like, after my parents had left, it was just me.
You had your car there?
No, not my first year. I ain't even have my car there.
You was just out there?
Bro, I was just out there, like, trying to find a ride at Walmart, and I don't know nobody.
Right.
So I feel like being out there in Arkansas, it kind of made me like a man, kind of sort of, because I really live by myself a lot.
Was it easy, like, meeting people, or nah, you're not that type of person to meet people?
Kind of like at Rue Parker, it took me like a while. I still have like a little group of friends, but it took me a while to like really open up. So then I kind of made in my mind like, if I'm gonna be 10 hours away, I'm gonna make some type of friend. Like I'm gonna do something like, right. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna be like some of my best friends like ever. So.
While you was at Champion Christian, was there any memory that you made, or anything that was like memorable while you was there?
Yeah, I made memories on and off the court there. Yeah, I made a lot of memories on and off. Something crazy when I had like, you know, in Georgia, we don't really be getting snow like that for real. Right. So I remember I was snowed in like 2 or 3 different times. I remember one time we snowed in so bad, like I ain't have school for like a week and a half. They canceled 3 games. So like I was just waking up every day like, I go out there, bro. I really would play in the snow, and then I come here and I be playing Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? That was cool, man.
I got here that you transferred again.
Yeah.
To Parkley College in 2022. So all of this is throughout COVID, like during COVID.
So I stayed at Champion 3 years, and then my last year I had graduated. And then like I was playing more than I did at Broome Park. I was playing more than I did, but bro, I was playing behind like 3 or 4 all-conference players, 2 All-Americans, and one of them at point guard. So I'm point guard, and he's tall. He was like 6'1". His name AJ Williams. So, and then too, like the coach that had recruited me. It's funny too. The coach that recruited me to come out there to champion. He ended up leaving after my first year. He went to Broome Park at my first school.
Man, so they be leaving you as soon as you pull
Man,
up.
that would have seemed like, bro. That would have seemed like he getting love, but yeah. So then the coach, he was a really good coach, Coach Mo. They ended up being like my coach was time to champion. Like he let me play, but like I ain't never been like I felt like I ain't get to show my whole game, and it was like if this is like the Kentucky of like that level of basketball, because even in practice, like we had like stat rosters, like a lot of those guys went on to play other places, or like they just had really good college careers. There's a couple that's looking at being professionals right now. So I was like, if I could play this good against these dudes every day of practice, I know that I'd be something good in the game. So after that, I left, and then I went to Barclay. So I was like, this would be like because I always told myself like I just need 1 year, and I could just prove that like how good I was. So that's why I left.
So at Barkley, that's improved your year.
Yeah, I feel like that was my year because I really feel like that was the first time, like from like the teachers to like students to like people that just was in the town. Like I felt like that was the first time like I actually had people that like believed in me and believed that like I was good at basketball. I feel like that was the first time in college I had that. So that meant that meant a lot to me.
Where was Barkley College at?
Having Kansas. So that was Arkansas was 10 hours away from home, and then Kansas was 12 hours away.
How did you get in touch with Baseline Sports, or did they come out to you when you started getting out of college and going through the professional side?
The funny part about that was like this past summer I was actually debating on like because of COVID. So I had a COVID year. And then like the first year I went to champion, I had ended up getting hurt. I think I hurt my back or something like that. And so I had a medical rest in the COVID year. So I actually had another year. So I was thinking about going back, but then the coach that recruited me to go to, the recruited me to Barclay, Coach Joel, he ended up not going back to the school, and he accepted the coaching job in Dallas. So I kind of figured in my head, like I wasn't going to never find nobody, in the college level at least, that's going to let me like play as much as I played there, and let me play through mistakes, and let me be myself. So I was kind of like torn between like going back to school or trying to go pro. So then I just decided I was going to go pro. And then the first agent I had, this is like a funny story now, but it wasn't funny in the moment. But like, it's this notorious scammer dude in Europe. He get players all the time to try to go overseas. But like I didn't really know that though, cause like once in my mind, like you kind of know how we think, but it's like, I'm finna be a pro, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm ready, like, once I decided, you know, Coach G told me, like, he wasn't gonna come back. Once I decided, I was like, I'm gonna be a pro. So I was just looking at agencies and stuff like that, and I seen the dude on Instagram. He had a lot of followers. Now I can look back on that really come out there. Like, you really was dumb, I did that. But, so then I was like, you know, I'm gonna work with this agency or whatever. He turned out to be, like, one of the most notorious scammers in Europe. So after that, I was like, dang, this might not be for me. Then the dude named Greg that went to Barclay before, he played overseas now. He actually in Thailand now. But he had gave me like a bunch of different like agencies. And so then Baseline Sports, one of them, he was like, I heard it good, start your career. And so then I hit up he represents me now, Jonathan Bentley, he's over the agency. And then I kept calling his phone, leave messages, but ain't nobody pick up. So I was like, it might be done for real. Then he had called me, and then got on the phone, I signed a contract, and that was that.
Okay, so did you end up going to Texas since it's out of Texas, the agency out of Texas? Did you ever go to Texas or anything?
I actually got to go to Texas on May 3rd for a training camp. So, and it's not too far from the agency. So I finally get to like meet my agent. I finally get to meet everybody when I go out there and stuff like that for training camp before I leave. So,
what do you like off the court? Like what you like to do off the court? Get into parties.
Parties is crazy. Like that. I don't party, man. I really be to myself for real. I really be to myself. I really be in the gym like 24/7. For real. I really be in the gym most of the time. I like to play the game. I watch Netflix. I watch Tubi or something. I like to eat too.
What you like to eat?
anything really.
Is there anything?
Not like anything. Like he gotta be good, but like. You know.
So what's your favorite meals? Like,
my favorite.
What's your go-tos?
Pizza.
Pizza?
For sure.
Oh, you should have told me that. You could have.
No, I love pizza for real. Like I love pizza. I love wings.
Oh, that's good going into the next question. So how you get into the Marco's Pizza deal commercial?
I was kind of like, so when I first got hurt, cause I was supposed to go to preseason with our media, in our media, but then I ended up getting hurt for a couple months, and so I was sitting down thinking. I was thinking like how quick like everything can like end.
Right.
So I was like, it's gotta be ways that like without basketball, like I can make money. There's gotta be other ways that I can like, and I'm more than a basketball player. So I kind of like started like trying to like tap into like the business side of things, and so then one of my friends actually knew the owner, and so then I kind of like came up with like a little mini business plan, and then we kind of put something together, and then the rest is history.
Okay. I'll drop the commercial in the description below in the video. You can go check it out after this video. What are you looking forward to when you play out overseas, and like what's your goals while you out there? What you gonna get into?
I feel like the biggest thing is just like actually like getting there, cause I feel like I went through like so much to get to this point, like being hurt and then like going to training camp the first time, a trial training camp, however you want to call it, and then like not knowing, like waiting the whole day to hear back and like if you from an agent to call me, let me know if I made it or not, stuff like that. Just everything I've been through in life, like I just always be a professional basketball player. So I'd say the first thing making it over there, and then two, I really feel like it's been so long since, it ain't even been nothing but a year, but a year is long since I last played, and I ain't played, even when I was at Barclay, I had a plantar fasciitis in my foot. I had a bad wrist. I had some more stuff. So I ain't never really get to, even when I got a chance to play, I never really got to play like healthy. Yeah, so I feel like this gonna be like my way to like show, not even just the word, but like to prove to myself like I can play, and then like what I look like healthy. So I feel like a lot of people ain't seen me play in a long time. So a lot of people don't know what my game look like, and you know. So that's another thing. I'm just ready to get out there and play, and I want to win. You know, rookie of the year. I want to just really like. I don't care for the award, but I just want to put my play out there, like from like what I went through, all the transfer and stuff, and then like being hurt, having to sit out all this time, and then so much uncertainty. I want to just when I go out there and play, I just want it to be like different.
For sure. All right, to wrap up this episode, if you don't mind, like where your mental health, like where you would say you at mentally, like on a scale of 1 to 10, like.
I ain't gonna say 10 because it's always work in progress. You always got good days, bad days. But like currently right now, I say like a 9. I say like a 9 because I feel like God got everything in my life how it's supposed to be. I feel like the people that's here, they're here for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I feel like everything working out how it's supposed to. I'm just being patient. So when you let God be in control of stuff and let Him be like in the midst of things, then you know they do well for your mental health. I feel like.
Nah, for real.
Yeah. Cause you know a lot of stuff you worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like as long as He in the midst of it, like you really ain't got to worry.
So you big on faith?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Is any shout outs you want to give out? Shout out your folks.
I want to say I give shout out to Coach G. You know what I'm saying, for giving me an opportunity. That's a big one. Shout out to all my family and my friends. That's about it.
All right, I appreciate you for tuning in to the 8 Ball podcast. This is Kajarius. Hope everything goes well for you, everything's successful. Appreciate you for having me.
Appreciate you.